Hi, everybody. Good morning. I'm Olga Villaverde.
And I'm Amber Milt. Welcome to The Balancing Act.
Today, we're teaching learnable lessons, making magical memories, and creating edible ideas.
That's right. We'll help you choose the right online university for you.
And I love the story coming up. We're going to show you why monsters are helping teach children kindness.
And guess what? We're in the kitchen with Chef Ralph Pagano.
And cruising for good time thanks to Norwegian and BJ's Travel. You ready to travel?
Oh, yeah.
It all starts right now.
Wonder what it would be like to be normal?
I don't know. Being normal never really vibed with me. But it would be nice to do some normal things, like have friends.
Are you familiar with Monster High? That was a clip from the new animated movie, Welcome to Monster High, in which Draculaura, the daughter of Dracula, creates a monster high school where everyone is welcome and accepted regardless of his or her differences. I love this. And Monster High has a doll line based on the sons and daughters of famous monsters. So, what can we do as parents to help our children not only celebrate their uniqueness, but teach acceptance, kindness, and inclusivity to others? Here to talk about this is therapist Dr. Jessica Leon. Also joining in the conversation this morning, Natasha Burling, the Vice President of Design at Mattel. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks for being here, and I gotta tell you, I'm loving this. We need more of this.
I'm so excited to be here today more than ever.
So excited to talk about it. So, Doctor, let me start with you. You know, I have been teaching, both my, I have two daughters. You've been here before, and I really started at an early age to teach them, respect, kindness, and inclusivity. Really, you got to start early, right?
Absolutely. Their minds are so open, and they're young, learning, wanting to be curious. So what a great opportunity to be able to start with some of those principles. And even more important is not so much even the teaching, but is the role modeling for when they're so young. And I think that is what we really want to try to even promote here, is earlier the better.
And the earlier the better, especially when it comes to liking themselves.
Absolutely. Self-acceptance is really huge, but it's not as easy as we may think. And so what these dolls, I also believe, teach children how to learn to accept themselves. I mean, you have some of these dolls that have different colored eyes. They have a different colored toned skin. They have scars all over their body, and they celebrate that uniqueness about them. And it allows children to be inspired by these dolls to then go out and project into the world all of that uniqueness and inclusion that we're looking for.
And Natasha, let's talk about the dolls and the movie. It's called Monster High. This is really what it's all about in that movie, the theme, right?
Yes, Monster High uses monster as a metaphor for inclusivity and acceptance, and really encourages our fans to not only look for but celebrate what is unique about all of them. And we have actually created a doll line
with lots of themes.
With
so let's talk about
themes.
They're actually gorgeous,
yes.
And I love how they are made. So talk to me about the hair, the dress, all about it.
Well, this is Frankie Stein in her fantastic fashion. And she, along with Draculaura, are the two core ghouls for Monster High. They come together to create a monster high school. Everyone is welcome at Monster High.
And that message is huge.
It's
Bring
huge.
them out of hiding.
Yes.
Which many kids today are not inclusive.
Everyone is welcome at Monster High, and that's the message. It's all about friendship and working together and finding people who might need help and helping them regardless of how they look.
And look at the difference in terms of just their looks, with the hair, with the dress, with the shoes. All of that has a meaning behind it.
Absolutely. Well, they are definitely inspired by, so Frankie is the daughter of Frankenstein.
Of course.
So
I loved Frankenstein when I was growing up.
So she has the bolts and the scars and all of the details that you would expect from the daughter of Frankenstein. There are dozens of other characters in Monster High. We have Cleo, the daughter of the mummy. We have Claudine, the daughter of the werewolf. Again, all working together with these amazing stories that encourage kindness and acceptance and inclusivity is really the message of Monster High. It's so much more than a fashion doll brand.
Of course.
It's really about this message, and our fans are celebrating it with.
There's so many components to what this message offers, besides just the fact that they're so unique looking and they stand proud in their difference. but it's also because the message is about bringing people together and being able to work as a team and as a group in helping others. So that message right there even empowers themselves.
And I even think parents should get involved and play with the children, because then it becomes a collaborative effort.
It's a great point that you make, because sure, their parents can just go out and buy the dolls and then bring them. But what's really important is if the parents got down on the floor, played with them, and used messages and the words that they share so that it eliminates any kind of judgment. Not so much, oh, look at that, her eye colors are different. How about, wow, how beautiful, she has 2 different color eyes. So a lot of the messages that get shared between parents and children are huge, because that's where their learning first takes place.
So before we go, Natasha, let me ask you this. Tell us a little bit about, because I was reading here, your partnership with Lady Gaga's Born This Way Foundation. Seems like a good fit.
Yes, it is. Monster High has joined forces with Lady Gaga's Born This Way Foundation to reinforce the message of kindness and inclusivity. We have actually launched the #KindMonsters campaign. It's a pledge where we encourage our fans to pledge that they will join us to get this message out.
And it's making a difference, isn't it?
It is making a difference. In addition, Monster High is doing a doll in the likeness of Lady Gaga in her Born This Way video. It's really an example of kindness. And this doll, 100% of the proceeds will go to benefit the Born This Way Foundation. And just, again, keep the message out there of
keep
inclusivity.
it going so that we can make
absolutely.
a difference and have these children hopefully show that respect and inclusivity, which is, it's so urgent today. Where can we find these dolls? I just love this.
You can find out more about Monster High at monsterhigh.com, and you can find the dolls at Walmart, Target, Toys R Us, and Amazon.
Thank you so much for your time. Thank you
you
for what you're doing.
Thank you.
Great stuff. And you know what? If you ever come back to Florida, bring me one of those wonderful individuals who've been spotlighted. I'd love to have them on the show.
Absolutely.
I think it's great. Dr. Jessica, as always, thanks for having me.
Thank you so much for having me here.
All right, and again, that's monsterhigh.com. You can always go to our website, thebalancingact.com.
And up next, Ice Ice Baby. We are setting sail to Alaska, and later, he's the apple of our eye, Chef Ralph. Don't go away. Welcome back. What's standing in the way of you and your dream career? Is it the misconceptions you have about going back to school as an adult and continuing your education online? Well, here's Olga with some good advice on how to overcome those fears.
You've often thought about getting your master's, PhD, or bachelor's degree. You're unsatisfied with your job, your career path. Okay, does this sound familiar? With almost 6 million students enrolled in online classes, it's time to stop letting your fears hold you back. Returning to college and attending online classes as an adult does not have to be intimidating. Here to help us face our fears is the MBA program director from Bryan College, Dr. Kathy Estes, and also joining her is online student Christy Wilkerson. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning. Good morning.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Doctor, let me start with you, because I read this morning, and I thought this was fascinating. Online education is one reason why women's enrollment in college has almost doubled in the past 40 years.
It's a wonderful trend. Women are meeting the potential that they've always had, and now they have the opportunity to do so.
But realistically, there are still many women out there who have not done so, and I think it's a lot of fear, or they're just intimidated by this. And there are some fears that I want to address. So can we address the first one?
We sure can.
Okay, here's the big one. You ready? They're afraid that they have, this is me, they have to be tech savvy. You don't have to be, right?
You do not, and honestly, you probably have the skills that you need already. We're very familiar with using smartphones, tablets, laptops, all of those things, and those are the skills that you need. And if you do not have the skills that we need, there are plenty of tutorial videos that we could offer to bring you up to speed on those.
Chrissy, did you feel like me a little bit?
Oh, I was very intimidated. I am not very tech savvy.
I know.
And I realized, though, with online school, it actually is easier than you think it is.
All right, fear number 2, cost. Many people feel it's too expensive.
And that's a legitimate concern, but I would say there are lots of options. First of all, online tuition tends to be lower cost than a traditional campus because you're not paying for the athletic and housing facilities. So that's one advantage. Also, financial aid is available, just as it is for traditional students. Your employer might be willing to pay for it. You might be able to be offered special payment plans. All of those can help make the cost more doable.
Okay, last fear, and this is one that I think every woman out there can relate to. I'm working full time, I have a family, I'm juggling too much. Oh, here's the fear, I'm never gonna get it done.
It actually was quicker for me to use an online program as opposed to going to a campus. I received credit for work experience, and I was I was able to get my hours a lot quicker. So.
And one reason for that is that many times online classes are offered in an accelerated format. So it's not the traditional 15 or 16 week semester. It may be 6 weeks or 8 weeks.
All right, so now that we've squashed some of those fears and I'm getting more interested, you're piquing my interest here, let's talk about Bryan College and why online courses there are really good and advantageous.
Obviously, the flexibility of an online program
That's
is
huge.
extremely important to most women. On top of that, though, with an online program, one concern might be is that it would be cold. or
Right, no
clinical.
personal connection.
That's exactly right. And one of the things that we have been very intentional about is trying to build a support system and also try to encourage those relationships among students and then among students and faculty so that support that is there. I will say with Bryan College classes, they are taught from a Christian worldview, but that does not mean that you have to have any kind of religious affiliation in order to attend or earn a degree from Bryan.
And I know, Christy, for you, having a faith-based education was very important.
It was important. My background, I work as an administrative assistant at a Christian school, and I really felt like I had the best of both worlds. I had a faith-based education, but I also had a high-quality education at the same time.
And going back to something you said about that cold aspect and not feeling that you have that help. So when someone is having a hard time with the subject or something in terms of comprehending, you felt that the help was there for you, Christy?
Absolutely. They had several resources available. The professors were wonderful about getting back in contact with me in a very timely manner.
That's important.
And I was able to communicate with other students in the classroom.
Now, online degrees versus traditional degrees, they're same, right? Comparable.
And at this point, yes, most people view them that way. The majority of employers research shows they are going to accept an online degree just like they do a traditional degree. But if you get an online degree, the key thing to look for is that make sure that you're at an institution that is regionally accredited by an accrediting body that is recognized by the Council for Higher Education Accreditation.
And Bryan College is.
And Bryan College is, yes.
And Christy, you are getting a bachelor's in
Business administration.
business. When do you finish?
I am done with my credit hours, but I will walk in a couple of months. I'll walk across the stage.
Awesome. And why did you finally want to go back?
A dream that I've had for a long time.
So for someone out there that's had that dream and still hasn't accomplished, what would you say?
I would tell them that the hardest part of the whole process is just making the commitment and doing it. But I'm here to say it can be done. And my family was very supportive, and I want my children to be proud of me, and they are.
I'm sure when they see Mom walking down and getting that wonderful degree,
Absolutely.
they'll be very proud. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you, Doctor, very much. For more information, where do our viewers go?
They can go to graduate.bryan.edu.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
By the way, you can learn a lot more about the online programs at Bryan College. Go to graduate.bryan.edu, or you can check out our website, thebalancingact.com.
Welcome back to The Balancing Act. Around here, Chef Ralph is the apple of our eye.
It really is, and he's using apples to create a yummy dish that's just right for the upcoming holiday season. Take a look.
This holiday season, spend less time in the kitchen and more time with the family without sacrificing creative and delicious meals for all your loved ones. Joining me today for a very special Quick Bites from the Dole Nutrition Institute is registered dietitian Jen Lavadera. Hello, Jen, and welcome to the Quick Bites Kitchen.
Hi, Chef Ralph.
How you doing?
I'm good.
I'm super excited about what you got here. Tell me about all my secret ingredients.
Sure, so we're letting the secret out. Today we are using Dole's brand new organic salad kits. We have the organic Caesar and the organic apple Dijon.
You let me inside on the secret early. You know, and I worked out one of my favorites for the holiday time. So I've taken the idea of the leftover Thanksgiving dinner and turned it tutti Italiani into the Italian-style pizza. I've got a pie crust with tomato chutney, sliced roasted turkey, and then I took your Caesar salad kit, tossed the salad, put it right on top. Boom, there goes the dynamite once again. Today, I'm gonna show you what I made with your other kit. Now tell me what's in that.
So the organic apple Dijon salad kit is incredible. It has dried cranberries, crunchy walnut pieces, little shredded cheddar cheese, and a creamy apple Dijon vinaigrette.
All right, well, taking that, I've got some inspiration, and we're gonna make some baked stuffed apples. Will you help me along with the recipe?
Absolutely.
All right, so I got the ingredients lined up for you right here. I'm gonna start with, you're gonna dump them in as I say what they are.
All right.
That's fresh breadcrumb right there, meat a pan, they call that.
All right.
Delicious.
There we go.
I've got some delicious currants, apple juice,
Whole thing.
whole thing, baby.
All right.
Throw it all in there. Raisins, golden style,
Beautiful.
and I want you to add some of that Dijon mustard right over there. Here, don't be scared.
All
Get
right.
in there. I'm gonna help you out.
Thank you.
And a little bit of that Dijon mustard. And then I'm gonna put a little, I'm gonna tear this open a little bit. And this is your Dijon vinaigrette, right?
Absolutely.
I'm gonna add a little bit right here. And do me a favor, mix that all up. While you're doing that, I'm gonna take this apple. I've already done 3 of them. This is a little Parisian scoop or a melon baller. And I'm gonna hole out the apple so I can stuff it and bake it in the oven. Now to this, I'm also gonna add the walnuts and the cranberries that are in here, right?
All right.
I'm gonna take this and just stuff it right in this little mini Granny Smith apple. All that delicious flavors living inside of there. And I don't mind to, what I call snow cone it a little bit, right?
All right.
I'll let it come up to the top a little bit.
Overflow a little bit?
Yeah, let my cup runneth over. When things are good, you want to have a little bit more. These Dole salad kits are really great. Now this is 350 degrees in the oven. I've already prepared some in advance. I'm gonna grab this salad. Now this is washed and ready to go, yeah?
That's right, you don't have to wash it, it's ready to eat. So there's a blend of greens in there. You have some spinach, you have some arugula, you have some nice spicy greens, a little radicchio, just all the good stuff.
So I take a little bit of the salad dressing that I have left over. And now we're gonna toss our salad with the remainder of it.
All right.
I'm gonna put it right here on the plate. And a little bit of this cheese. That right there could be the star of any show that you're gonna be putting on.
Absolutely, I would do that. Thanksgiving, all the winter holidays, perfect, easy, healthy, fast.
Want to know more about these Dole Organic Salad Kits? Check out Dole.com or visit our website, thebalancingact.com. And don't forget to share your favorite Dole recipes with us. Remember, this has been a quick bite. Cheers, Dolly. But chew slowly.
Whether it's a stock-up size of paper towels, a giant flat-screen TV, or everything you need to throw a party, shopping at BJ's Wholesale Club means saving lots of money. But did you know you can also book travel at a discount? So the next time you're in line at the checkout wishing you were cruising in the Caribbean, you might consider booking your vacation online. Where will BJ's Travel take you on vacation? Okay, so I'm thinking glacier bays, whale watching, and dog sledding. Alaska, here we come. Maybe one day. Joining me once again is President and COO of Norwegian Cruise Line, Andy Stewart, and from BJ's is the Senior Vice President of Partner Brands, Camille Oliveri. Good morning. Welcome back.
Good morning. Thank you.
All right, so this is on my bucket list, Camille. All right, Andy, on my bucket list. I always tell the girls we're going to Alaska, and then I just think to myself, I can't afford it. It's just too much.
You know what, Olga, it's on my bucket list too.
It is?
It is. And when you're ready to do it, there's no better place to book it than through BJ's Travel.
So it's feasible?
Absolutely. We're going to have the best rates out there, and you're going to get a gift card, and you're actually going to be able to use that gift card for multiple trips to BJ's.
So there's traveling through BJ's along with going there and saving money as well with, you know, your food products.
Exactly.
I love this. Andy, you've been on the cruise too.
Absolutely.
Of course you are, because you're the president and COO of Norwegian Cruise Line.
I have to go. I have to go. But you're right to have it on your bucket list.
Your
Absolutely
family
right.
loved it. Tell me about it.
You know, we've done a lot of Norwegian Cruise Line cruises, obviously.
Yeah.
But for the family, it's the favorite. It's the firm favorite for everything. For the relaxing time, for the beauty of Alaska. The excursions are unbelievable. The helicopter.
You did the helicopter?
Up to the glacier, you land on the glacier, and there's nothing but dogs to go dog sledding. There's nothing up there. It's the most beautiful experience we've had. And whale watching, and we went salmon fishing, and then they pack the salmon and send it home. So you even get to eat the salmon at some point. So everything about Alaska was spectacular. It's amazing. We do it from Seattle and from Vancouver. We have the Norwegian Jewel, the Norwegian Pearl, the Norwegian Sun. So lots of different choices to do Alaska, and it should be on your bucket list, and don't leave it too long. The girls will thank you.
Okay, which one should I go on? The Pearl. I like the Pearl.
Yeah, go on the Pearl.
Okay, I just like the name, the Norwegian Pearl. All right, so how do I get on the Norwegian Pearl and go to Alaska?
Well, first of all, if you want to save and have the best rates possible, you want to book through BJ's Travel.
And do I have to become a member
And
first,
you
Camille?
absolutely need to be a member. So if you're not a member, it's really easy to become a member. You go onto the website, or you can go into your local store, whatever is more convenient for you.
I'm definitely going to do this. This is why, and my kids are 12 and 14, so I think it's a good time.
It's the perfect time. Don't leave any longer.
Okay, thank you so much to both of you. I'm so excited. I'm going to Alaska, and I'm going to go to the website, which is bjs.com/travel, or just go to our website, thebalancingact.com. Remember to head to our Facebook page and our website and follow us on Twitter. We've got so much there.
Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.